It's NFL Daily. It's Mock Draft Monday here live on the NFL Daily, or on NFL Daily with Chat Sports. I am Tom Downey. Let's do my latest mock draft with trades you'll see in a little bit. I wanted to mix it up. Let's go Kayvon Thibodeaux, number 1 overall to the Jacksonville Jags. That means Aidan Hutchinson goes number 2 out of Michigan to Detroit. These two guys forever are going to be linked at the hip. They will always be compared to each other. I think we'll go back and forth all year long. I'll try to mix it up until I really know what's going to happen, because it's boring if we do the same 5 picks over and over again. So, who would you pick if you were Jacksonville at number 1 overall? 2 fantastic edge prospects. I'm fine either way you go. Type AH for Aidan Hutchinson, or type in KT for Kayvon Thibodeaux out of Oregon. Number 3, Evan Neal, Alabama to Houston. There were some Texans fans that were mad at me for saying you did not need a tackle. Look, I think Titus Howard's better at tackle. I think you got Marcus Cannon, so I think you'd be okay at tackle. But maybe you cut Cannon. Maybe Howard's not your guy, although, again, he wasn't great at guard. You can always play Evan Neal at guard, too. So, to keep it different, keep it mixed up, I'll give you Evan Neal. And he's a great prospect. Protect your quarterback, which may or may not be Davis Mills in Houston. Derek Stingley here to the New York Jets. I like Stingley. I know he hasn't played the best the past couple of years. He was better in his very first year as a freshman at LSU. And I like Bryce Hall. I'm sorry, Brandon Echols. I don't think he's a reliable guy. The Jets need defensive talent. I don't think they were very good on that side of the ball. 2 top 10 picks. Let's get Derek Stingley to New York here out of LSU. Who is your favorite NFL draft prospect this year? Sound off for me in the comment section. Drop a name, your favorite, not best, favorite guy for the 2022 NFL Draft. All right, trade idea time. Let's get wild. Let's move some of these franchise QBs. The Giants, they get Russell Wilson. In exchange, 3 first-round picks. A little bit less than you might think, draft capital-wise. But remember, there are 2 top 10 picks, 2 top 7 picks in here, and a 2023 first-round pick, all going to Seattle. The Giants traded down. They get a future first. Flip that as part of Russell Wilson. And if you sign some good offensive linemen, hey, you might be the NFC East favorites. Now, we don't do trades that often, so I do value your opinion. Do you like the addition of trades on this particular mock draft? We're trying to have some more fun here. So sound off for me in the comment section at the pinned comment. Why for yes you do, and for no, you do not. All right, Seattle, number 5, EKWONU out of NC State. That is the offensive tackle. I like him a lot. Look, Dwayne Brown is old. Regardless if who your quarterback is, short-term, long-term, if you were to trade away Russ, you got to get some more help. So, Seahawks fans, I know you're mad about trading Russ, but hey, draft talk, so you're welcome. Charles Cross, number 6 here to Carolina. I thought about doing a Deshaun Watson trade here too, but I wanted to have to go 4 quarterback trades, so I reined myself in a little bit there. Panthers O-line was cheeks last year. Charles Cross, day 1 starter, I believe, at left tackle. And now a quarterback. Yeah. Again, this part of the Russell Wilson trade. Matt Corral goes to Seattle. Wanted to surprise you guys by not having him go at number 5 overall. Look, I don't love this year's quarterback class, but if John Schneider, Pete Carroll decide one of these guys could be their future option, got 2 firsts. Trade away Russ in this hypothetical scenario. Got to try it. Number 8, George Karlaftis out of Purdue. I think going to be a divisive prospect, kind of in the potentially A.J. Epinesa mold. He's not a bad prospect, just so we're clear on that front. But I think there are some concerns about his game, but my God, Atlanta needs pass rush help in the worst possible way. I almost, by the way, went receiver with this pick, but you'll see some receivers in a second. BetUS is the number 1 sports book out there. They've already got prop bets available for the NFL draft, and you can get a 125% deposit bonus when you go over to chatsports.com/bet. Use promo code NFL Daily to get yourself a 125% deposit bonus. That's chatsports.com/bet, promo code NFL Daily. If you think the Jags are going edge rusher, bet on Hutchinson and Kayvon Thibodeaux, or at least one of them. Even money for Hutchinson, plus 110 for Thibodeaux. Evan Neal has skyrocketed since the Jags got the first overall pick. He's now plus 250. Maybe Jawan Taylor's not your guy at right tackle. Very possible, by the way. They will have plenty of other prop bets, probably around the combine time as well. Chatsports.com/bet, promo code NFL Daily. Gets you a 125% deposit bonus when you put down $100. Another trade. All right, Aaron Rodgers on the move for Green Bay. Sorry, Packers fans, he hates your organization. Number 9 overall, a second-round pick this year, a 2023 first-round pick, and wide receiver Jerry Jeudy, all going to Green Bay. Denver gets Aaron Rodgers as they become legit Super Bowl threats. Didn't love the options on the board here for Green Bay at 9, but with Devondre Campbell, who played great this year, a free agent, I think Devin Lloyd would actually not be that bad of a pick. He offers you 3-down ability, and with 2 first-round picks, you can spend one of them on an off-ball linebacker. The Jets at number 10, I love Kyle Hamilton. If Adrian Amos was a free agent this year, I would have put him to Green Bay. He's not. The Falcons don't need a safety. Seattle can't spend a first-round pick on a safety. Carolina needs offensive help, so he falls to 10. He's a fantastic prospect, though. Number 11, Washington. Kenny Pickett, the quarterback from Pitt. It's not Taylor Heineke, guys. It's not him. So you got to look elsewhere if you're the football team. Pickett's got some discount Joe Burrow to him. Older guy, not the most elite physical traits, but he played great at Pitt this year. And if you're the football team, keep throwing out options at quarterback. Number 12, Minnesota, Sauce Gardner. Now, a lot of this does depend on what they do at quarterback, what they do with their head coach, GM, and the scheme. And that would drastically change any pick here. But I like Ahmad Gardner. I mean, I know it was against, mostly G5 competition, but G5 corners get beat too, and Ahmad Gardner never allowed a touchdown in his career at Cincinnati. Some speed concerns, to be sure, but I think he's an awesome prospect. If you want more NFL draft videos, then subscribe. You guys seem to like them, and it means I get to do more of them moving forward. So if you haven't already, hit that big red button and subscribe for free videos all day, every day here at Chat Sports. Number 13, Garrett Wilson to the Browns. I mentioned I wanted to change picks. This one is fairly similar. Look, Browns need a number 1 receiver. Garrett Wilson has the upside to be that, and I know Browns fans love it, some of them, when I give them an Ohio State prospect. Number 14, Baltimore. About Tyler Linderbaum. I love him. I know there are some who aren't as high. Oh, he's got strength concerns. I don't know. Dude was a monster for Iowa. So I'm not going to complain about Linderbaum being the pick here. Give a legit center for the Ravens offensive line, a true, reliable franchise piece at the middle. I think the entire O-line would benefit from it. David Ojabo now out of Michigan is the pick here at number 15 to the Philadelphia Eagles. They, by the way, actually have back-to-back first-round picks. They've also got, Andrew Booth out of Clemson. You get an edge as you replenish some talent at that position, and you need a number 2 corner. I like Booth quite a bit. I think that'd be a really good 1-2 punch for Philadelphia. 15, by the way, coming from the Miami Dolphins. 16 coming from the Indianapolis Colts. Hey, you know what? Thanks, Jacksonville. Now, it's only January. There will be some risers throughout this pre-draft process, how it works every single year. So I want you guys to name a sleeper first-round NFL draft prospect, a guy that you do not see very much put in the first round of mock drafts. Drop a name for me in the comments. All right, Jordan Davis. This is still my favorite player-team fit in the NFL draft in mid-January. Chargers need better run defense. Davis is a great fit. Even though it's not typically Brandon Staley's designed DT, they need him pretty badly. All right, Drake London to the Saints. Sorry you didn't get the quarterback there. I don't think they should draft one. Maybe just roll it back with Winston and or Bridgewater. London here, I love him. I think he's a bit of a mini Mike Evans. He was able to win vertically. He got some separation. It wasn't all contested catches. I think he'd be a great addition in New Orleans. All right, 19, Philadelphia. Nakobe Dean out of Georgia. Again, he and Devin Lloyd, both are awesome players. In terms of off-ball linebackers, you've got to be able to cover and, or if you're lucky, be able to rush the passer. I think Dean and Lloyd can both do that a little bit here. So I think that'd be a great addition for Philadelphia. They never take off-ball linebackers early, but you know what? Got 3 first-round picks. Let's have some fun and get some defensive help in the end. All right, one more trade. The Steelers get a quarterback in Jimmy Garoppolo. The Niners get number 20 overall. Help replenish their draft capital lost as part of their wheeling and dealing in last year's NFL draft. So, before I get to the Niners pick now at number 20, where will Jimmy G play next year? Because barring a miracle Super Bowl run, I think he's going to get traded. And I think he is worth a first-round pick because he's been playing pretty decently. He ain't perfect, but, I mean, Mason Rudolph ain't the guy in Pittsburgh. So drop a team. Where does Jimmy G play next season? All right, at 20, Kaiir Elam goes to San Francisco. DeMeco Ryans done a great job of hiding what is really not a great secondary in San Francisco. Yeah, injuries have certainly played a role in that. But Elam is, I think, a legit round 1 talent at corner. I'd bring him in if I were San Francisco at this pick. The Patriots, producer Jack's excited about it because Chris Olave, smooth, fluid route runner. Maybe you could use one of those guys, and the receiving core in New England still leaves something to be desired. Jack says cheeks. I don't know about that bad, but I think that'd be the route in terms to go. Go get a receiver if you're New England. Raiders fans might not like this one, and that's fair. I'm going to go Malik Willis here out of Liberty. Boom or bust quarterback prospect. Has the arm, has the athletic ability, has not yet proven he is consistent enough. I don't know what they're going to do with Derek Carr this offseason. If you draft Malik Willis, you could go, Smith, Mahomes, Garoppolo, Lance. Not saying Willis is that caliber of prospect, but I could be worth the upside there for Malik Willis, even though it is, I know some Raiders fans won't like it, and I get it. Some of you are going to love it. Some will hate it. I know that about the Derek Carr fandom in Vegas. So how many quarterbacks do you think go in round 1? I think 3 to 4. I'd be shocked if it was 5, but hey, maybe a bunch of trades happen. Sound off in the comment section how many QBs go in the first round. Roger McCreary, cornerback out of Auburn. This is pretty straightforward. I'm a big fan of his game. He really impressed me against Alabama in particular. Cardinals could use another outside corner. Boom, we did it. All right, Kenyon Green out of Texas A&M. He has played every position, significant snaps, except center. I think if you're the Cowboys, you feel great about right guard, and you might be able to get away at right tackle and left tackle and maybe left guard if you move Lyle Collins. Beyond that, I don't think you feel good. So take the very versatile Green, who I think is going to be a divisive prospect in this year's draft. I'm higher on this next guy than most. DARIAN KINNARD, I thought was a mean mauler at Kentucky. And I think right tackle is a need for Cincinnati. Riley Reif's a free agent. They made the right pick, taking Jamar Chase. Not that there was a wrong pick necessarily, but I think they made a good one, a great one even. Let's get some more offensive line help, though, for the Bengals. All right, Trevor Penning out of Northern Iowa, small school player. Miami, get offensive line help. They've been shuffling, rotating, lacking chemistry. Penning is my next best offensive lineman on the board. Love the value here. Trayvon Walker, who has had, I've seen some top 15 buzz on him, the defensive lineman out of Georgia. I could see him going over Jordan Davis. Still raw. A lot of upside, a lot more pass rush upside than Jordan Davis. He and Ed Oliver on the interior. Ooh, that'd be fun. All right, Detroit, 27. I expect some change coming at their edge rusher group. Jermaine Johnson, stock on the rise this season out of Florida State. I went with him over Drake Jackson from USC. All right, my boy, Jameson Williams, 29 here, to the Kansas City Chiefs. I was heartbroken by that torn ACL. I loved him this year. I had him in round 1 in like October. I was a bit earlier on him. He was so good for Alabama. The ACL breaks my heart. I don't know where he ends up going in this year's NFL draft. I hope that he ends up going in round 1, and I think Kansas City could be such a great fit for him. Like, Mecole Hardman has not been good enough for KC. Imagine Williams and Tyreek Hill with Patrick Mahomes. Such a fun duo, and KC loves drafting offensive skill guys. All right, so Marvin Leal on Texas A&M. Bucks get the slider here. The defensive tackles did not go early overall. I'm not as high on Leal as some other draft guys are, but in Tampa, that could be a pretty good pick. Treylon Burks out of Arkansas to Tennessee. I would say not as good as A.J. Brown, especially for what he is right now, but some similar-ish strengths and weaknesses. I think it would be a good fit for a Titans team that really could use some more receiver help. And finally, Zion Johnson out of Boston College. By the way, the non-finalized draft order was simply based on the favorites and the current order ended right now, so just records basically, so don't yell at me. Johnson could sneak in the back end of round 1, could be a round 2 pick. I think the Packers could use some interior offensive line help. Injuries a factor there, but they're getting a little bit older too. So grade my mock draft with trades. A, B, C, D, or F. Be honest, I ain't soft. I can take your criticism. Let me know what you think in the comments.